Hello, my friends. Good morning. Happy Saturday, or I should say, well, it's not afternoon. It is still morning, technically. Sure doesn't feel like it. Feels like noontime up in here. But welcome to my kitchen. Either way, morning, noon, night, whatever. You're welcome. You're always welcome here. All right, I'm going to send out a message to say that I'm live. It's always an undertaking because I'm not very good at this. Joyful community. Live in the kitchen. Breakfast happening now. Well, I say breakfast because it's my first meal of the day, but in all reality, it's lunch. All right, if you're here, say hi. Let me know you're live. Yay, Dory. That's right, Katie. It's really brunch. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Kay. Oh. All right. I'm going to have one of those days where I'm going to try really hard to be productive and probably not get much done. I can feel it in my bones. I didn't even get half my ingredients out before I hit go live. But that's okay. Hey, Debbie Harden. Nice to see you here. I'm going to make a savory oatmeal. Now, I get so many comments when I make these oatmeals that people, hey, Priscilla, that people think I'm nuts. People are like, I can't get on board with you with this one. That's too weird. Listen, do you know in other countries they just call it porridge? When they have savory oats all the time in other countries. They just call it porridge. It's very, very common in other countries to have savory porridge, savory oatmeal. And it's really quite tasty. If you have never had it, don't knock it until you try it. But my recommendation to you is to use steel cut oats. They're my fave. I'm peeling my zucchini because I don't want my entire bowl to be green. Because even though it just would freak me out a little so I'm doing like half of a giant zucchini. Not giant, but I hope that's a zucchini, not a cucumber. Yes, it is a zucchini. I panicked for a minute. That was gonna have cucumber oatmeal. I'm gonna put about half of that in there, and I'm gonna use steel cut because I love them. They are my absolute favorite. I think I'd rather have steel cut oats than mashed potatoes. Can you believe that? That's right. Oatmeal itself. You're absolutely right. 25 minutes, not mine. I cook mine about 10 typically. But I also like my oats al dente. There you go. Okay, see, other countries do it all the time. Oatmeal is not sweet on its own, just like Meredith said. So it's not crazy to think of it being savory. It's just a grain. Like, what difference does it make if it's not? Just because you grew up with sugar and maple syrup and butter on your oatmeal doesn't mean you can't open your mind a little and get with the times. It's 2025. We do things different now. Okay. I just use the regular steel cut oats, but I only cook them about 10 to 12 minutes and then they're perfect. I don't want them mushy. I like them with kind of a chew, almost like rice. All right, quarter cup of steel cut oats. I'm putting it in with my probably half a cup of zucchini. You can totally do more. And I'm going to do about a cup of chicken broth. And then I'm going to do a half a cup of water. I don't want more than a cup of chicken broth just because it's a lot of sodium. And I put too much chicken broth in my breakfast the other day and my hands were really puffy. So let me get a cover on that. All right. So that's going to cook like 10, 12 minutes. Yeah, there you go. Whole wheat grains. That's just like, yeah, nobody thinks it's nuts when we have sweet rice. You're talking like oat groats. Rebecca? I haven't had oat groats in a while. I do like oat groats. I haven't had those in a while. And then I'm just going to add random stuff to it. I should have started those cooking before I went live, because now we're just going to stand here awkwardly. I suppose I could fill up my drink to entertain you. That would take breakfast to a whole new level, you watching me fill up my drink cup while we wait. I'm going to put random stuff in it. I have some chicken, leftover grilled chicken, plain grilled chicken. I have this. I'm going to put some of this in it. This is, I don't know, a combination of savory things. It's corn, black beans, tomatoes, and a bunch of Mexican spices. Like there's cumin, garlic, salt and pepper, onion powder, maybe some chili powder in there. That's it. And I had a burrito bowl earlier this week, and I made this huge pile of stuff to go in it. And I have all this left over. So I'm like, what am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to put it in my oatmeal, obviously. Panera has a yummy grain bowl. I think theirs has like farro in it, right? I love farro. Love. If you've never had farro, it's delicious. My webinar that I have running right now, you can jump on just about any time. It replays all the time for an extended period of time. So anytime you jump on, you can catch it pretty quickly. It's called the Food Freedom Formula, and it talks about true food freedom. Talks about true food freedom. Easy for you to say. And talks about why you are stuck in the constant cycle of thinking you can't. And it shut off my camera. Every time somebody tries to call me, it shuts off my camera. Yes, me too, Susan. They didn't have the grain bowl the last time I went either. I think they got rid of it. Anyway, jump on and watch the webinar. It's really good. And it's not super long. I always got to drop at least one piece of ice on the floor. It's not a super long webinar, but it's really good info about, your mindset and what really keeps you from staying on plan. Is it really temptations and cravings and lack of willpower and all that stuff, or is it something else? Hint, it's something else. The towel, oh my little, isn't it sweet? Beth got that for me. Isn't he sweet? And you know what? The whole bottom of it is completely covered in golden retriever hair. My golden retriever towel. It is covered in dog hair, which is appropriate because he rubs up against them all the time. Oh, Shelly, I bet that was delicious. Yes, we put grains all the time on savory things like that. Wheat berries, farro, rice. Oh, I was thirsty. What's the difference between steel cut oats? I mean, look at it. And you can use rolled oats too. It's just a little softer, but I mean, what's the difference between this and rice? Nothing. Feels like my hands are clean. Don't worry. It's okay. This feels like what are those things called? The bowls you play in for your brain. What are those called? Sensory bowls. Sensory bowls. That's what that feels like. Maybe that's what I'll do today. I'll sit and play with my oatmeal. It's better than what I had on my plate of cleaning my house. I'm really not looking forward to that. I think for me, the key to making savory oats really delicious is cooking them in chicken broth. That makes a world of difference in how they savorize. They savorize much better if you cook them in chicken broth. I've got dollar bills laying on my counter and jewelry and watches and somebody come clean my house for me. I don't want to do it. I don't want to clean. Steel cut oats are just oat groats that are cracked instead of rolled flat. All right. Fun, Sandy. Don't stumble off the bike. Oh, she's boiling over. Calm yourself. I usually don't use a cover. Keep going. Keep cooking. You've got einkorn, Shirley. Are you doing, oh, like, oh, for the salad with wheat berries? Shelly, don't call me out. I just got called out. My hands are clean for my house. Listen, if you come to my house to eat anything, you're getting dog hair in it. That's all there is to it. I can't help it. People are like, oh, you can help it. No, I can't. If you've ever owned a golden retriever in your life, you know 100% that the one thing you can no longer control is if there is dog hair in your food. You might as well just get used to it. It's happening. That's awesome. Oh, storm. I think a storm's coming up where mom and dad live too. I think they're supposed to get like 11 or 12 inches. It is pouring here today. I mean, it is coming down in buckets right now, and it's like 36 degrees. I saw this when I cooked it the other day. There was like a knuckle in there. I don't like chicken knuckles. Ugh. That grossed me out if I got that in my dinner. Einkorn still needs to be soaked. Even if it's whole grain though, even if it's the whole grain, yeah, it probably does now that you say that, Mary. It still needs to be soaked. Does wheat like oat groat? No, not oats. Oats don't need to be. There's certain whole grains that don't need to be soaked or sprouted, but anything wheat would. Yes, you're right, Mary. That's right. Good point. Does need to be sprouted. Ugh. I know it was in my chicken. It's ugh. I don't like chicken knuckles. Dog does though. No, cooking it is not soaking it. Cooking it, no, soaking it is soaking it overnight in a acidic, something acidic, like yogurt. It's usually like kefir, soaking it overnight in that. That lowers the glycemic impact. So no, soaking it has to be in apple cider vinegar, kefir. Why are you licking my legs? Do they taste like chicken? Do I have chicken on my legs? Is that why you're licking my legs? Or you could sprout them. I think I'm going to need a little more. I'm going to need a little more. I would think to put them on a salad, you'd need them to be soaked or something anyway, so that they would be tender and not crunchy, right? I love you, Mary Malone. Mary calling people out. Shelly's calling people out. Everybody's in a good mood today. Everybody's getting called out. You better not come at me with off-plan food today. I'm going to call you out. Yeah, soak overnight. Yes, exactly, Rebecca. Yep. All right, we're getting thick. I'm going to need some psyllium. Girl needs her psyllium every day. Girl also needs some Nucci. Gonna need some nutritional yeast. You guys, I bought this nutritional yeast when I ran out of THMs and then I was really late getting my order in. Do you see the color of this versus the color of this? Look at the difference. Well, actually, the camera doesn't even reflect a difference. It looks exactly the same from here in the camera. This is actually almost white, and it's not tasty at all. I don't like it at all. But I had to have some. All right, so I've got my oats are almost done cooking. So I'm gonna add in this stuff. I'm gonna add in a big scoop of this tomato and black bean and corn mix. Probably, I don't know, maybe half a cup. Oh man, this is going to be delicious. I'm going to put in my chicken that's already cooked because I just want to wait. Yeah, it'll be fine. That'll be fine. I was thinking about my psyllium husk. Do I want them in there together? But it'll be fine. Yeah, I do. You see what difference? The difference in what, Dory? It's probably replying to a comment and I can't tell what it is. What difference do you see, Dory? You know, something about oatmeal. What am I going to put in this for fats? I've got some avocado. That might be good. I know what I can do. Oh, Bassy. Mama just got really excited over food again. L-reuteri, guac. Oh, the nutritional yeast. Sorry. See, I forgot that quickly. Dory, I forgot what I was even talking about. That quick. Oh, my Atlanta, this looks so good. It smells good too. I need to add a little more. What just happened? My battery just died on my light or what? Why'd you shut off? I didn't shut you off. I didn't ask for you to go to sleep. It's dark in here if I don't have a light on. Nope. She's dead. My light's dead. But I have some light on. Camera feels so dark if I don't have a light on. Yeah, see, I talk about something and then 5 seconds later I forget what I was talking about. All right, well, I'm going to put some Worcestershire in there because I can. Because I like it and I like to say Worcestershire. And I just think it gives everything a delicious flavor. Not kidding when I say I could drink Worcestershire by the mouthful. I'm going to put a little, I'm not going to put salt because the chicken broth has plenty. I'm going to put some pepper. It's already got a lot of seasonings on the corn thing. But I'm going to put some chili powder and some garlic powder. This isn't even open. I just got it last night. It's not even open yet. Really? That's annoying. I had to get a new jar because I lost the cover on my old jar. All right, this is just about done. You give it a little stir. And then I'm going to mix up like a yummy sauce to pour over the top. It's so colorful and delicious looking. All right, brain cramp. I'm going to take some L-reuteri. Like, I don't know. A couple of tablespoons. That's no fat in that. From L-reuteri. I'm going to take some of my guac. I have measured this out and half of one of these little, it's not guac, it's just avocado. I've started to buy it like this because if I buy it whole, they either go bad or they're stringy. If I buy these little things, half of one is the same as an eighth of an avocado. So it's easy to measure because I don't want more than an eighth of an avocado in my e-meal. This is gonna make like a sauce for the top, a weird like sauce. I'm gonna put some Nucci in there. This is just a concoction. This is not a recipe. So don't get all excited. I'm just throwing crap together and hoping for the best possible outcome. Aren't they wonderful, Dory? They last forever. They're not that expensive. They're fabulous. I get them at Sam's Club in a big container, a big package of them. All right, put in salt. I'm gonna shut my oats off. Need some salt. Oh, you know what else that needs is a little lime juice. A little splash of lime. Which is going to make this taste a little bit like a sour cream avocado, like a What am I trying to say? Like you would get at the restaurant, like an avocado crema. The lime juice and the salt makes it taste look more like sour cream than yogurt. That's delicious. All right, let's get a fancy bowl for today's dinner. Lunch. This is definitely lunch. Man, I'm making a mess. I'll put that back in the fridge and use it for something else. I'm going to use it later for sour cream because we're having nachos later today. Well, nachos were going to be for lunch, but I think now nachos are going to be dinner. All right. Oh my gosh, this looks good. Good night. Calm down. All right. I'm going to put like a tablespoon of nutritional yeast in there. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk. I think a lot of people are looking for that. Why Walmart is not carrying it is beyond me. Yes, Mary, your cilantro lime. Oh, good to know, Dory. Cilantro lime would be great. Well, if you like cilantro, I do not. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk in there. Don't put that much if you're not used to it. I am used to it. And this is going to make this thick and really lunchy. I don't know why Walmart is not carrying Good Culture. Do they not realize the money available to them making Good Culture? Guys, don't tell me this doesn't look good. All freaked out by savory oats. Tell me this doesn't look delicious. You're wrong. Look at this. I will fight you on the savory oat conversation. If you think savory oats are nuts, you've got it wrong. Where's my good spoon? I even have my good spoon. All right, I think I'm just gonna pour this like around the edge. Be all fancy like. Look at this. Pour it around the edge. How many spoons can you dirty over the course of one morning? If I had some fresh herbs to put on the top, it'd be really pretty, but all I have is cilantro and I'd rather die. Tell me, how can you tell me that doesn't look delicious? You can't. You're lying. I get mine at Publix. I bought 4 containers last night and there was a woman standing there looking at them. She's just standing there looking at the Good Culture like this and she's kind of moving her head around and there's 4 containers in the back and she's just looking. And I'm like, excuse me, I need to grab a thing of cottage cheese. So I reached in and she said, oh, is the Good Culture good? I said, yeah, it's really good. And I took all 4. And she was like, oh, okay. Sorry, you snooze, you lose, woman. Get out of my way. I'm buying the Good Culture. You pick one or move, because I'm going to eat them all. Poor woman. She's probably like, I really wanted to try that. She just took them all. Look at this. It tastes like a fried, like a Mexican rice bowl. Oh my. It's so thick and hearty and warm. Oh my Lanta. Listen, I don't want to hear one more person. If one more person today, not none of you. If one more person says to me, ew, you're gross eating savory oats, I think you're nuts. I'm going to come to your house and make them myself. Look at that. Oh. All right, I'm going to go eat while it's hot and gooey. And I have great plans of cleaning the house today. However, when I eat this, I'm going to go sit down and watch Sweet Magnolias because that's what I'm watching right now, which means I will probably watch Sweet Magnolias all day and say at the end of the day, I never did clean the house. And maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you all tomorrow, bright and early for devotions. Oh, you know what this needs? It needs a little sprinkle of like cheese. But I'm not going to do that. But it would be good. All right. I love you guys. Have